Hi everyone. So today's video is going to be different than the usual videos I make. I want to talk about a more serious topic, which is sexual abuse. And recently, actually yesterday, I just saw a video that Ariel Bissett had created about a week ago on the topic of sexual abuse and YouTube. And there have been several other YouTubers who've made videos on this topic as well. And I will leave links to their videos down in the description below. You guys can check them out. But some of you may have heard and some of you may haven't. But there have been reports of several YouTubers who have used their power and influence to sexually abuse their fans or their subscribers. And this is an issue that I feel like we all need to talk about and discuss. And it's an issue that it's not going to go away if we just ignore it. And so I feel like we really need to bring to light these issues and discuss them. And a couple points that I want to make in this video, one of them being is, as a society, we tend to blame victims by the way we ask questions and the way we talk about the situations. We ask questions like, well, what was she doing there? Why was she just like that? Why was she drinking with those guys? And that's a way to put the blame on the victim rather than the abuser where it belongs. And I've also seen other questions or comments around YouTube asking questions like, well, why did she wait so long to talk about it? Or why didn't she report it to the police or her parents rather than make a video about it? And again, this is a way to put the blame on the victims and not focus on the abusers where the focus should be on. It doesn't matter what she did or didn't do, what she should have done or should not have done. The fact of the matter is no one has the right to abuse her. And I say her, but I know guys have been victims as well. No one has the right to abuse another person. Doesn't matter what they're wearing, what they're drinking, what they've done. No one has that right to abuse someone else. And so we really need to shift the focus back onto the abusers, and we should be asking questions like, why did he assault her in the first place? What made him think he had the right to abuse or manipulate her? And so these are the questions that we really should be focusing on rather than putting that blame onto the victims. The victims have so much pressure on them already, which is why a lot of them do not speak out. They don't come forward because they're afraid of being judged. They're afraid of being blamed by others. And sometimes they even blame themselves. Sometimes victims will even think themselves, well, maybe I did deserve this. Maybe because I shouldn't have done this, or I should have done this, or whatever the case may be. But the fact of the matter is, no one deserves that abuse, and you can't put the blame on the victims. And for the victims out there, I just want to say, it is not your fault. Okay? Your abuser, the abusers, they have a choice. They have a choice in the matter, and they chose to abuse. It's not your fault, it's theirs. And so we need to stop trying to blame the victim or put that guilt onto them. The next thing I kind of wanted to talk about or bring up as well is the fact that some people make light of situations like this, and some people will joke around about it and make fun as if it's nothing serious or no big deal. But it is very serious, and it is a very big deal. Recently I saw a video by a fellow YouTuber who goes by Pokey Flirt. And in this video, he talks about being sexually abused by another YouTuber. But in the end, he says that it was all just a parody and he was never really sexually abused. And, you know, some people may find this funny or lighthearted or whatever, but these are serious situations. These are nothing to laugh about or joke about. These are people's lives. People have killed themselves because of issues like these. People have died because of issues like these. And this is no laughing matter. This is no joking matter. And so, you know, for that YouTuber, I just want to say, you know, you may think you were being cool or funny by making this parody video, but you really weren't. You were very mean and very hurtful, and this is an issue that needs to be taken seriously. Everyone needs to take this issue seriously and not make jokes about it or make light of the situation. My next point that I want to bring up or talk about is the fact that we need to keep talking about these issues. You know, talking about it once or twice every now and then isn't going to resolve anything. It needs to be a continual discussion until we see changes. It needs to always be talked about, always be brought up, so we can see some changes being done. And so a point that I want to make is find ways to get involved with issues like these. Find ways to spread awareness, to get involved. Organizations, there are tons of organizations out there in the community. Find ones out there that, you know, you can join or be a part of and help out with. And if there's not one out there in your community, start one, create one. I know several men and women from Arizona State University who this was an issue that they felt passionate about, and so they created an organization on the campus called Man Up and Wow Factor, which stands for Women of Worth. And these two organizations exist to create a culture of respect on the ASU campus, and to counteract the culture of disrespect, of abuse, of sexual assault. There's a statistic out there that 1 in 4 women will have an attempted or completed sexual assault by the time they graduate from college. Now, I've done some research on this topic as well, and I found that it even says that 1 in 4 women will have had a sexual assault before the age of 18. So that's even before they get into college. So this is a topic that needs to be talked about and is worth discussing. So I would just encourage you guys, find ways to get involved, find ways to spread awareness, find organizations that you can help out with. And again, if there isn't one, create one, start one. And so before I end this video, I kind of want to leave a challenge to all of the content creators on YouTube to keep this discussion going. Talk about it in your videos, and just help spread the awareness about this topic. Even if you're a YouTuber who doesn't have many subscribers, it doesn't matter if you have 1,000 subscribers or if you have only 2 subscribers. It still helps, Those 2 subscribers may see the video and share it, and more people will see it and share it, and more people will see it and share it. And that's how we get the message out. That's how we spread the awareness. So it really doesn't matter how many viewers you have, how many subscribers you have. We can all play a part in this. We can all do something to change our culture and the way we look at this issue and how we deal with it or handle it. So, don't be afraid to just get out there and lead the change. Make videos, talk about this. And if you're not a content creator, if you're just a viewer who enjoys watching videos, then I challenge you to share people's videos on this topic. Spread the awareness. That can be your part in all of this, is sharing videos and spreading awareness. Also, one last thing I'll mention before I end is that I recently saw a presentation by Dr. Jackson Katz, who has a lot of knowledge and experience in this topic in this field. And I saw a TED Talk that he did recently, and I'll leave the link to his videos below as well. But they're really great, and he has some really great points of what we can do, what our part we can do to help counteract this issue. So definitely encourage you guys to keep the conversation going, keep the discussion going, and just keep talking about it. Ignoring the issue, it's not going to make it better. It's not going to make it go away. So just keep talking about it. And last thing I'm going to say, I will end this soon, but last thing I wanted to say was, in his presentation, Dr. Katz said a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. That really resonated with me, and I think will resonate with all of us. And he said, in the end, we will not remember the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. And so, it's time to break that silence, you guys. It's time to speak up, get loud.